Time is now 6:05, and we will call the regular meeting of the Town of Florence Planning and Zoning Commission to order on Thursday, July 7th at 6:05 p.m. And we apologize to anyone who might be watching this via stream that we had a few technical difficulties to get started with. Maricel, would you please call roll?
Yes. Commissioner Vanderstar?
Present.
Commissioner Adam? Commissioner Capolongo?
Present.
Commissioner Pro will not be here tonight. Vice Chair Frost?
Present.
We have a quorum, and we also have our liaison present.
Yes, and we appreciate Councilmember Mendoza being here with us. Thank you very much. If everyone would please rise, I have asked Commissioner Capolongo to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item of business is a discussion, approval, or disapproval of the minutes from the regular meeting conducted on June 16th. And I was absent at that meeting, so I will entertain a discussion and/or a motion on those minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
We have a motion to approve from Commissioner Capolongo with a second by Commissioner Vanderstar. All those who can approve of this, please say aye.
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 Any nays? Nope, carries. New business. We have, I'd like to open the floor for a nomination and action by the commission to select a new chair and a vice chair. So, well, discussion or motions?
I'd like to make a motion, unless there's discussion first. I'd like to nominate Lonnie Frost to be the next chair of our Planning and Zoning Commission.
I would second that.
Did you want to
With-
discuss
I think Vice Chair Frost is reluctant.
With some hesitation, that motion, well, I will accept that nomination with a motion made by Commissioner Adam and seconded by Commissioner Capolongo. All of those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. And motion discussion now open for vice chair.
I would make a motion to nominate Commissioner Adam for Vice Chair.
I'll second that motion. We should hear to see if you
Accept the nomination.
Okay. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And for the record, that motion was made by Commissioner Capolongo, and I seconded that motion. Okay. So we'll move forward with that. Okay, new business. Presentation approval with conditions or denial of a design review application PZ-22-30 by LGI Homes for new home elevations on lots in Bisbee Ranch located northeast of the intersection at Plant Road and Adamsville Road in Florence, Arizona. Maricel, I assume we have a presentation from staff on this one.
I do have a presentation. We also have representatives here from LGI who will give a follow-up presentation on some of their interior package. So today we are looking at Bisbee Ranch development picked up by LGI. It was originally, the plat was called Florence 70, and in the agreement, the name that was within parentheses was Bisbee Ranch, so that's where that name came from. This is off of Plant Road and Adamsville Road. And it is currently under the grading at risk. This plat was finalized back in the early 2000s, and it has been sitting vacant for quite a long time until LGI picked it up in 2020, 2021 time. So basics on this lot, we have about 338 single-family lots. It was established plat. What they are looking to put within this community is entry-level homes. They're designed to complement existing neighborhoods, which include Sunrise Estates and some other surrounding. They are not copying any of the historic neighborhoods that are found a little bit further west or east. Each home includes tile roofing, decorative vents, and stucco pop-outs on all elevations, which are similar to the homes found in the town currently. They have 5 different elevations or 5 different styles of homes in this design review, and three of them are one-story homes, and two of those are two-story models. Now, each of these models have three different variations. Those variations are mostly in where the pop-outs are, in the garage, and some of the lighting elements. There are also 15 different color schemes, and they will have one model home / office complex in order to have a place to start the sales and to continue information throughout their development. Now, they are set to never build the same home or elevation or color combination next door or across from one another. The large amount of variation they had should help in making that an easier process. These are some just basic looks at one of their models that they have for each of the 5 different styles. This includes the 2-story and 1-story, and this is just a front elevation and also the rear elevation, so what you would see kind of over the wall, if you will. These are some of the materials. What they've striven to do is to have colors like your tans, grays, light blues, different variations of brown and dark red, which meet or complementary to the aesthetics of just desert towns in Florence in general. This is nothing really different from what you see from other builders, but it includes your tile and also kind of some brick veneers to add character and a little bit more uniqueness to each of these homes. This is an overall site plan of what the information office or model home will look like. It will include 4 parking spots and an ADA, temporary ADA bathroom for those who come and visit. And they are 2 separate parcels, and the information office center does meet the setbacks for a regular home, so when or if it does get converted into a home, it still meets all of the setbacks that are in place for a residence. And this is kind of a front elevation of what that would be. For landscapes, each of the styles of home will have your standard 1 tree, 10 shrubs in the front, and decorative rock. So that's pretty much the standard style throughout. They will have pre-emergent to protect from the weeds at the beginning. Nothing will be done in the rear because that's more for the homeowner itself to create a style. And there'll be an irrigation set up in the front as well. So staff found that the colors and designs are similar to what is already established within the core of Florence. This will provide quality entry-level residential models for those who are coming in or who are going to live in the core area. And this provides options for homeowners instead of just maybe one elevation with 3 different colors. So this provides a lot of variation. And staff found that this request has met all of our development codes, and it keeps with the established character within town of Florence. It provides a place for people to live in the core, and it just adds to our home stock, which will also help in some future economic development as we have those roofs added. Staff recommends approval for this design review with the listed conditions in the staff report, and the Planning and Zoning Commission may move to approve with conditions, or deny the design review. With that, I will now pass over the presentation to the applicants.
And if you would, please state your name and your affiliation and address for the record.
Okay. Thank you. My name is Scott Day, Area Construction Manager for LGI Homes. Thank you, Marcelo, for the presentation or the overview. We appreciate the opportunity to introduce our complete home package to the town of Florence. Our plan is to build 5 plants. We have 3 of the single level or single story homes, 2 of the 2 stories. We're going to offer 3 unique elevations, our A elevation, B elevation, and C elevation, with 15 different exterior color schemes. As you can I go through that? Okay, perfect. Yeah, as you can see, our finishes on the inside We have $20+ thousand of upgrades already included into our homes. We're 100% a spec home builder. That's why we only build one information center. We don't build models or a design center. Our standing inventory are our specs that are ready to sell. You can see our finishes. We have the upgrade of a undermount stainless steel sink. We have our luxury vinyl flooring, granite countertops, not only in the kitchen, but all of our bathrooms. Again, we use really good Sherwin-Williams paint throughout the home. And our kitchens are well desired with the espresso color, 36-inch uppers, and 2-inch crown molding on the top. We believe that we're offering a representative of the spirit of the town of Florence in your building code, and indicative to the architectural style that already exists here in Florence. You can see that this will be our front door that we offer to every single elevation, our A, B, and or C. We'll have our finish with our handsets inside and out. LED lighting throughout the home. Ceiling fan will come standard in our living rooms on every single plan, every single model. And then you can see the difference between our elevations. Elevation A, this will be the exterior wall sconce on the front of the home, and one on the back of the patio. Our B elevation and our C elevation. You also see a difference in our garage doors. So not every garage door will be exactly the same. Our A elevation, and then our B with no handles, and then our C elevation with a wider panel. Our homes come with garage door openers and 2 controllers, standard. Now these garage doors are smart garage doors. We have the, got it. Maybe I messed it up. Have the opportunity of using the app to open your door or close your door. Perfect. And then all of our front elevation windows that are facing the front street will come standard with blinds on the front. And that is our presentation. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
Thank you, Scott. Questions, concerns, comments?
I just had a question about water conservation. Are you using low flow toilets and sink aerators?
Absolutely. Yeah, our new build code, obviously, we follow all the new build codes, so there's safe water, low pressure in our toilets. Not only that, we keep the adapters inside of our shower heads and everywhere. Yep, absolutely.
Scott, I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
Councilmember Adam brought up a good point about water conservation, and the inside is you don't get to make a choice because that's all you can buy in the state of Arizona.
Yep.
But the exterior is a little bit different. Mm-hmm. I noticed that on your specifications you call it a hybrid mesquite. Will that be for every home you're going to plant a hybrid mesquite?
Yes. So our package is similar in each home. We do offer 1 tree per home. Okay. So yes.
So I guess the suggestion is, since most of our water, when you look at percentage-wise, is used exterior, if you could plant that tree in such a spot that as much water from the roof could be harvested, that would be awesome.
Yes, and one thing that we do offer is, again, included, is gutters with French drains that bring all that water to that front irrigation and help with that tree in the center of our front yard.
Awesome. I'm only speaking from experience, and I bought a home from a different home builder, but when they piped my roof drains out. They put it about 2 feet from the curb, so in essence, it was just going to come out and go right into the street. So I take it from what you're saying, you're actually going to pipe that to where that tree's going to be planted so that it can be used for irrigation. Is that correct?
Now, we do put it on the high side of our flow of our lot, so that water will flow to that tree. We still want that tree to dive for water, right? So we don't want to have it too close to there, but yes, that's what our plan is. Yep.
With the hybrid mesquite, and if you're harvesting water, you should almost be able to get it off the water system within a couple of years, which would be awesome. So I applaud you for
100%.
that.
Yep.
One other thing, and I guess, Maricel, it's probably a little bit too late on this one, but something I think we should consider for our codes and future developments is, it sounds like LGI is thinking about front elevations. One of the concerns that I see in some developments is the rear elevations on lots that face roads that go by, when you have a whole lot of sameness on the back. Now, it's not so bad when they're back to back, but on roads that go by, we should consider some requirements for rear elevation, so it's not the sameness as you drive by and experience that on the backside too. LGI is too far into this to ask them that of them, but something I think we should consider for future developments. And the other thing, Scott, I noticed as I was looking through the details is that the only two plans that have porches are the two-story models. Why is that?
No, every single plan does have a porch, has a covered patio on the back. Yep,
I guess
absolutely.
I wasn't able to decipher that from the other ones. So.
Correct.
Awesome.
Yep.
That was a concern. So now that you've answered that, everything looks good here. Any other concerns or questions that have come to mind? With that, then I guess we'll entertain a motion from commissioners.
I'll make a motion that we approve PZ 22-30 with the 5 staff recommendations.
I'll second.
It's Capolongo, right? Okay. You have a motion by Commissioner Adams, seconded by Capolongo to approve this with the conditions added by staff and recommend it to council. All in favor of that motion may vote on this.
Aye.
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 It looks like it was unanimous, Marcella. So LGI, Scott, looked forward to a good product. Okay. Now we're into presentations, information only. Maricela, the first one is Post and Butte Park update, and the second one is future agenda items. So this is, we'll turn it over to you.
So the Post and Butte Park update was requested by Commissioner Pro. Hopefully he'll see this in the minutes or in a future recording. I've talked to Community Services and/or Parks and Rec, as they're the ones who are in charge of the project or heading it. At this time, the current entry or where they're looking to place the parking lot and to start some developments is entangled with some issues with Southwest Valley Partners because they're the ones who own that part of the land. They do have 60% of their design for Post and Butte Park done, and they're going to be meeting tomorrow with the consultant who they're using, or the contractor consultant they are using to put those designs together in order to inform them of the issues with Southwest Valley Partners and their land. So currently the project is stalled there. This is kind of, it's not quite moving yet, but they're working on moving forward with designs and trying to plan a different route to get in and create parking. So right now they're just putting together solutions since this issue propped up. That is the end of that update.
Commissioners, any questions of Maricela on that? Thank you. And new agenda items or future agenda items.
So as of Monday, the conditional use permit that came forward for the mini storage facility along 79B in Florence Heights, the town council did not deny it, but they asked for it to go back to the Planning and Zoning Commission for further detail and review. So in one of the next two meetings, either this next one, July, or the first one in August, we will be bringing back that conditional use permit. We are currently working with the applicant to solidify some details, as what was presented wasn't quite what the council was looking for, or they didn't feel comfortable with approving it. So we will be bringing it back with some details on that, just to provide and to get some review from the commissioners as well. Another item that will be coming back between this next meeting in July or the first one in August is
Ms.
Western.
Benitez, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Your microphone isn't quite, I don't know if they're picking you up online. We can hear you here, but I don't know if online is picking you up.
Are you picking me up, Aaron? Okay. Western Crossings Phase 2, the preliminary plat will be coming between the next meeting or the meeting after. We met with ADOT and there are still some issues that we need to define or figure out. We're working on a condition to put on the phase, but we just got to make sure everything works with everyone. That will be coming later. Was that it? Yes, so July, is it July 11th? You can go ahead and speak to that if you want.
Thanks. Commissioner Frost and members of the commission. Monday, we have a work session with the council regarding the Public Works facility downtown, and that'll be 6 o'clock here. They'll be discussing the proposed uses, as well as looking at a redesign, as well as giving staff direction on proceeding further with that plan. So I know the commission member Adams brought that up at the last commission meeting. So that's another item. I wanted to give you an update on permit activity. In June, we issued a total of 65 permits. It's not a calendar June, but it's roughly in June, 30-day period. Permits to date, we've issued 475, and year to date in single-family homes has been 85 permits issued. It's somewhat down over the last few months. In March and April timeframe, D.R. Horton and Pulte each pulled about 17 or 18 permits, and since that time, they haven't been pulling permits. So we're looking forward to LGI pulling permits in the Florence proper soon. So there's several things that contribute to that, but we anticipate more housing development in the near future, in the Anthem area as well as in the older community. So that completes my report. I'm available to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. Commissioners, questions?
Is it safe to assume that slowdown in permits being pulled is supply chain related?
Commissioner Capilano, I believe it's a combination of factors. I think partly the supply, labor issues, could be some interest rates, could be the water provider is not moving forward with signing plats as quickly as we'd like. So I think there's a combination of factors.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. We'll go to the call to the public. Call to the public for public comment on issues within the jurisdiction of the Planning and Zoning Commission. Individual commission members may respond to criticisms made, may ask staff to review a matter raised, or may ask that a matter be put on a future agenda. However, members of the commission shall not discuss or take action on any matter during an open call to the public unless the matters are properly noticed for discussion and legal action. And with that, are there any members of the public that wish to comment or address us this evening?
We don't have anyone online.
Okay, thank you, Maricela. Okay, we'll close the call to the public and come back to the commission for current events and requests for future agenda items or things of that nature. Commission members?
I had a couple of things. It's a little bit off, but we just had the work session on code enforcement. And my question is, are we in the period of public comment now? And how would the public go about commenting? I know Keith had a chart up there, and it said there was a period for that, so I can take that offline. I would like to thank our interim town manager and town staff. I am very verbose in my questions, and I know that it's been a lot of work on staff to get back to me, and I really do appreciate the effort. And I feel that it goes a long way in keeping the angst down with the community, so thank you all.
Thank you, Vice Chair Adam, and I'll echo that as well. And it's good to see that we have a council representative here with us this evening. We appreciate that, Mr. Mendoza. Thank you very much. And in a brief visit with our town manager prior to the meeting, she said that she would send out the latest plan on the proposed Public Works building to us in the near future, so that we will see the response that was made to the comments that we were provided them. So we appreciate that as well.
She did send out a legal document today.
This is the actual elevations, the changes to them and the improvements that have been made. So we look forward to that. Thank you very much. Anything else, commission members? Okay. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Oops.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were in the current events section.
Current events.
I just want to point out, anybody who got the most recent edition of the Florence newspaper in their mail, there's a lovely article about Commissioner Adam. Kudos to you.
Thank you, thank you. I did it because I was promised it would bring good attention to the historic district. That's why I did it, so.
Well,
And I would like to just close with congratulations to Chair Frost. This was so unanimous amongst this commission. I think it was just a foregone conclusion, and I appreciate you accepting the nomination.
You're welcome, I think. So thank you as well. With that,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Capolongo and a second by Commissioner Vanderstar to adjourn. All in favor, please indicate. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned at 6:32.